Everyone wants to see the best fighting the best, and this is exactly what we have here. Carl Frampton, the pride of Belfast, the Jackal, unbeaten in 21, 14 knockouts, won over 100 as an amateur. We've all long been an admirer of his classy skills. In the other corner, Scott Quigg, the pride of Bury of the Manchester area, unbeaten in 33 with 23 knockouts. It's a super bantamweight unification. Scheduled for February the 27th. It will be a packed out Manchester arena. It will be an absolutely phenomenal night.
Kiko Martinez come over to Ireland and didn't believe he was going to win, so handed Jill.
No, he just came. He was came
and
in the first fight.
He still took. He believed he could win the first fight. And
Yeah.
it took me 9 rounds.
Yeah.
He believed he could win the fight against me. It took me less than 2.
Who dented his armour?
Who took his confidence away?
He just said he was confident.
Let's talk about your favourite Kiko.
Yep.
It was a great result. It surprised me that you knocked him out in the second round.
Yep.
I can't really say too much because I had a bad first round myself, but you were shitting yourself in that first round. You were frightened. You were frightened. You were frightened in the first round. Kiko got a bit brave. Kiko got a bit brave and walked onto a great shot. One thing, you can punch. You can definitely punch hard. You're a hard puncher. Kiko walked on this shot. That was it. Your first round, not as bad as my first round, but you fucking cropped yourself. You shit yourself, and you went to a shell, and you closed your eyes, and you hit him an uppercut, and that's it.
It was alright, I think it went well. I thought it would have been a bit more civil, but I don't know what was said to wind me up, and I got a wee bit annoyed, let my emotions spill out. I'm an emotional person, and I suppose it's good for the fight. It adds to it a bit and brings a bit more space, and obviously there's a long lead up to this, and things are going to be, you're going to see a lot more things like that.
Carl said there'll be more Carl Frampton fans in the arena than Scott Quigg. It's going to be difficult because we have an English section and Irish section now. Scott Quigg is selling the majority of those tickets to English fans, to Scott Quigg fans, and Carl Frampton's doing the same. So the allocation of, I think, 19,300 tickets, they'll be distributed exactly 50-50 between
It's
us.
just when I sell out, they'll just go and buy them and Scott Quigg because they want to get a seat.
I'm not sure they're going to have the ability to do that.
Where's that?
Because it will be very quick. And he's got the majority of the tickets to sell personally. So.
Okay. Alright.
I think
We'll
the evidence is there to prove that Carl is the biggest draw. He's got a credible title, and that's why he is and deserves to be earning slightly more. But we're not going to talk about details. I think that's unfair. However, let me just reinforce something. We're in Manchester, and let me tell you something. I wouldn't have mattered if we'd fought in his home backyard. That's what. That was the. It'll feel like Belfast, mate. It'll feel like Belfast. I promise you.
It'll be the first time he lost in Belfast.
I tell you, you wait and see. It'll feel like Belfast, and we're not losing.
Listen, the fights. This is a big fight. There's more pressure. There's more tension, and it's real. You know, and there's a bit of needle from both sides, and it's going to make for an exciting, fun couple of days.
If the fight is attractive, and I believe that Carl Frampton will definitely want a chance to win his belt back, and if it's big enough, then Scott would have no problem going to Belfast to defend. He'd like to sum some of that atmosphere as well. And Barry's right, the atmosphere created by Carl Frampton's fans will be very, very special, and by Scott Quigg's fans.
100%.
Carl will come out, revert back to his amateur, box and move, box and move, box and move. As soon as he gets to get hit, he'll hold. I'll tell you, this fight will go well, and it'll be for Scott Quigg. There'll be a lot of trash talking from out February 27th. I've said it before, and I'll go on record as saying now, this fight will go early. Can't take the power. Can't take the power.
It was a bit like a food fight party, wasn't it? It started off nice and pleasant, and someone threw a bit of a ham sandwich, and then by the end of it, the trifles were being thrown. But yeah, listen, there's got to be a lot of trash talking from now till February the 27th, and it's what matters on the ring of the night that counts. And I'm usually confident of Scott Quigg winning by knockout.
Who's the best name on your record?
Who?
Who's the best name on your record?
Probably, well, Avalos or a fresh Quigg, yeah.
What you did to Avalos was done in the gym, which we knew, and your best Kiko Martinez, I just took him out in 2 rounds.
It was done in the gym. What do you mean it was done in the gym?
I'd already done what you did to Avalos in the gym. I knew that was going to happen.
Okay.
Levels. So, Kiko Martinez, I've just took him out in 2 rounds.
Well done. Very good. Send that back to Rico or what? Is that your one? You're waiting for it still? Is it any different?
Wobbling.
Yeah, no. Hold on.
You pay for that?
Oh yeah. We've already ordered a new IBF one though, because he gets to keep it.
Perfectly. Thank you.
I've got some terrible news for you. On February 27th.
You're getting a facelift!
The bad news is that on February 27th, you guys are going to have a great time in Manchester. I know you're going to come and create a wonderful atmosphere. I've got some terrible noise. This guy's going to knock your man out.
Scott is so confident, and Joe is too. Joe thinks that this is an easy fight, and Scott takes Carl Frampton out early, and that's genuine. It's not.
Do you believe that?
I believe Scott Quigg knocks Carl Frampton out. I do, and I know that we can roll back footage of me 3 years ago saying Quigg needs it, and I did believe when I had Carl Frampton that he beat Scott Quigg. I didn't really know a great deal about Scott Quigg. He's improved so much as a fighter. We've seen, we know about the frailties of Carl Frampton, and now we've seen it live. So
off the back of the last performance, you have to say Scott Quigg wins this fight.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for just showing Sky and showing Mr. Hearn, who is the real champion. Some of the best boxing fans in the world, the best I know you had lots of vitriol for Eddie, but please give Scott a round of applause. It's not Scott.
The bantamweight fight in Europe, in Russia, and you bring in Europe, you bring in Russia, you bring in everything this side of America. I don't know that there's been a bigger fight. In the history of the super bantamweight division, certainly in these small islands, it's by far and away the biggest fight. And the anticipation and everything else, I know that the interest in the fight, as far as the MEN Arena, whatever it's called, the SS, whatever, they've said the interest has been unbelievable, unprecedented. Not just from boxing, but any other event. So, you know, we were right to keep it until now. The guys are still young enough to bounce back if either of them lose, and it's a fantastic event.
Showing your support as always. Eddie, Joe, Scott, this is what it's going to be like on the night. This is Belfast.
I believe what I see day in, day out in the gym is going to be the defining factor. But obviously Gallagher's seeing a lot of good stuff as well, but I just think that we've got the number. I mean, Carl's been calling him out for 4 years. He believes he can beat him. I've seen some just fundamental mistakes from Scott Quigg, and they'll say exactly the same about Carl Frampton, but I believe our mistakes are a lot less than Scott Quigg.
It's a bottom sausage supper!
Finish it. If this is all it's going to be like on Manchester on the 23rd.
Belfast a few times. You've got a great set of fans. The atmosphere you create is, very phenomenal. There's a good atmosphere. I've been over it 2 times now. The last time I was in Belfast, I was in the ring in front of you all, trying to make this fight. You ain't gonna face me one bit.
In boxing, it only takes one punch to change a fight, and so you've got to be switched on. But I 100% know that if I land clean, I will put him out.
Undefeated in 21 straight victories, 14.
For the great turnout. I had a bit of difficulty hearing what the boys had to say there because there's such a crowd. I didn't have that problem yesterday in Manchester. Great turnout as always, exactly like I expected. I'm just going to give a wee warning to a couple of people on the table here today. Arrogance doesn't go down well in this part of town. Raining in a bit today, lads. Let Scott do the talking. I think it was well. It was definitely the best atmosphere. It was always to be expected, though. We turned up in Manchester yesterday and wasn't too many people there. Just shows you the levels of interest that people have in Scott Quigg and me. It's not really comparable. But that was good today. I enjoyed that.
Take nothing away from Carl. It's not a gimmick, but I believe this is a fight that Scott Quigg is going to win comfortably. I really do. And I think July the 18th. I think, Carly, you know what stuff like this is now. You thought that Kiko Martinez was going to destroy Scott Quigg.
I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I've never once said that this fight's going to be an easy fight, but you're just lying again. Like you lie to all your fighters and pretend that you actually give a fiddler's about you. Look, everyone's seeing the real Eddie Hearn. He loves the ring, that's it. He loves the money, he loves the fight. That's all it was.
Money's irrelevant, but you will be getting nowhere near this payday without us and Sky. So that's the bottom line.
You said yesterday that, you know, if we pulled you, if you didn't pull us, so you're working for Carr, and he's not working for you. Remember that?
I've let you into my platform.
This gentleman here working to play for it. This gentleman here, he's got an organisation when you get your permission. Don't be so smug, mate. You're an arsehole.
I'm looking forward to it. I think Manchester will be alive at the weekend. A big week of sport, and it's gonna be a good night. But there'll be plenty of us making a lot of noise.
Coming out on this stage then and doing a little media workout, the reception I got then has just made it even more exciting for Saturday, because the atmosphere in that arena is going to be electric, and I'm going to put in a performance of my career.
Barry? Hey, close in a bit, please. Barry, this way to the front, right to the front again. Yes, please. That's as hard as. You're right.
The difference in him from yesterday to today was big. You could see it in his face. And look, everyone looked a bit gaunt when they're on the scales, but he was a big difference in him yesterday. I promise you, this is the easiest I've made the weight. I've done 3 sweat sessions, 3 sweat sessions this week. That's all I've done. I went for a walk. Done 1 session yesterday, 1 session the day before, 1 session the previous day, and everything's just been right. So it's all fallen into my hands, and I've had the longest training camp ever, the best training camp, made the weight easiest. They're still going nuts about the change room situation. Joe Gallagher's going nuts on the stage. This is great. It's working. It's working.
Carl, did you see anything in Scott Quigg's eyes?
No,
when you stared
we're
down
just
there?
looking. To be honest, they're that close to each other. You can't really see anything. So, no, I didn't see anything. You don't see much. It's just pantomime, really.
What do you make of that sport card today?
Unbelievable, and that's only a fraction of them. The rest will be here tonight and tomorrow. So, see, Quigg obviously hired a band to try and drown them out, but it didn't work. It's going to be noisy. It's going to be noisy tomorrow night. It's more important than any fight I've ever been in. To be honest, it's a huge fight, but I've been involved in big fights before. I've been involved in big atmospheres. I've been involved in fights where there's a lot of media attention. This is all new. This is all new stuff for Quigg. And I just think that this week we've seen a lot of weaknesses from our whole team. And we'll see tomorrow night. I am excited, genuinely excited about getting going here. I can't wait.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this will be live tomorrow evening right here in the Manchester Arena for the WBC International Bantamweight Tournament. We have Frampton, Anthony Sanduro, and Belfast, Royal Burnett.
Another one for the main event. One day. You're right. Young man, he's got some crashes there.
Get behind! You don't need to sell quick.
Same colour, same mate.
You got
Green window.
Stay behind us. Stay behind us. Get behind us! Get behind!
They can also address the uniform.
I can make this an easy fight. I'm not saying it's going to be over early, but if I use my brain, a boxing brain, it's going to be an easy fight. And it doesn't have a boxing brain. Quigg, he fights it one way.
I know he's a big puncher, so I've got to be switched on. Don't matter how big of a puncher. In boxing, it only takes one punch to change a fight, and so you've got to be switched on. But I 100% know that if I land clean, I will put him out.
Joe, you go to the ring. No, I just want to go to the ring. Just want to go to the ring. Yeah, that way, go. Left or left, or turn right. Joe, go and get that way. We can go this way, Joe. Joe, that way to the ring. It's blocked off from the open wall. You like the ring wall?
No, what? I kind of initially I did, and then I thought there's no way two of them have got it this wrong. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what one of the judges is watching.
What had the judges seen? You know, but in the first early rounds, I wasn't getting it at all. You know, he might look to be a bit busy. I wasn't making any miss, but again, I'm not going to be one of them that sit here and he's got the decision. He's a world champion. You know, he's a great fighter, and I'm not going to discredit him getting the win. The judges have seen it his way.
Because he was giving me rounds, and I was having to do very little. I wasn't doing a lot, and I was winning rounds. But I don't know. I felt comfortable in that.
He was probably being a bit busy, but nothing was landing, and I could see everything that he was throwing and catching everything. And it was, I think it was at the end of the fourth round. You can't remember a peach of an uppercut, which has done my job.
It seemed pretty boring to me. The atmosphere was good, but I'll need to watch it back. But I thought that's what the plan was. From Shane says he's going to go on the back foot. That's what he thought, and he did that. Don't get greedy with your shots. When you start landing, 3 punches maximum and get out. 1, 2, or 3 punches and get out, and that's all I done. Don't get anytime I nailed him. I heard Shane in the corner saying, "Don't get greedy." Every single time I nailed him, because he can block and punch back well off a block, but it kind of opened up a wee bit near the end, and he won a few rounds near the end. But I felt comfortable as well. I think I hurt him with body shots, and that's meant to be, you know, his forte.
But I do think that if there was another one, I think it would take off from where we just left. Being in the last 5 rounds when I started really going on and putting it on him, you know, I felt really in control of that, and you could hear the crowd, and it sounded like they was enjoying it.
You look at it and you read about it, and it says split decision, but it wasn't a split decision. It shouldn't have been a split decision. I felt like I was very comfortable in there. If I have to have a rematch, no problem, but the words are oyster now, I think. I think we just move on.